Hi, my name is Aaron Linsdale. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker. It's travel day! Today I'm going to talk about the new ETIAS Visa system to get into Europe in 2021. You don't just need your passport to get into Europe anymore, folks. Let's talk about this. You don't just need only a passport to get into Europe starting in 2021. You will need an ETIAS, lots of letters, verification in order to enter Europe. What? Now, if you've ever traveled to Europe before, all you need is a passport. You'd show up, you show your, especially as an American or a Canadian, I don't know about Mexico, but a lot of other countries, you show up with your passport. You know, they get in there, and let's see, India, let's see, let me find something exciting. Oh yeah, here we go. Heathrow. Boom, boom. They ask you a couple questions. What are you doing here? This one I only had a 48-hour visa because I was traveling on to India, which is here. I'll hide that, but there's my India visa stamp. So I was going into Europe, and the lady, of course, grilled me, but I went in and it was no problem. So it used to be you go into Europe and you could get, you know, a visa, just that stamp, which is actually a legal thing, no problem. But now you need this other form. So what is that all about? Before I tell you that, if you could just take a moment and hit the subscribe button here on your video, just hit the subscribe button or hit the little arrow to expand the comments out and hit the subscribe button there. Clicking subscribe makes it easier for me to keep this channel going. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps support me in bringing this free information to you. So just recently I've been reading around, and then this popped up a little while ago, but it's just come up in my video queue, that there is now a new form, a new thing called the ETIAS. I'm sure there's already a name for it, ETIAS or something. Waiver to get into Europe. Now, you might say, hey, that's terrible. I mean, Europe trusts us, America trusts Europe. Well, not exactly. Did you know that people coming into the United States, generally from any country in Europe, you can't just show up with your passport and cruise in. You have to get permission to come over to the United States. For some countries, it's easier. France, Germany, Britain, Switzerland, all those, no problem. However, it's an operation. You can't just show up with a passport. Now, at first, as an American traveling, I think, hey, what's the big deal? Well, look at it this way. The 2015 attacks in Paris, in Nice, the attacks in Britain that have happened multiple times. I don't know if anything's happened in Germany yet. Italy, yeah. Bad stuff's happened, and unfortunately, due to the immigration issues and the people seeking asylum and all that, it's a whole political thing. Don't hit click because I'm not going to get political here. But just, it's an issue for Europe now. So their security and safety is actually being threatened to the point where they need to add this extra bureaucracy. Now, you might say, hey Aaron, I need to get a visa to go into the Europe system. No. All right, so this is the confusion. It's just a legalese sort of argument. But to you, it's actually not that big a deal. So this ETIAS waiver, in order to get into Europe, is no big deal. You will get onto their website, and I will put a link below. If you can't find the links, the little arrow to the bottom right of the video, you hit that, it'll expand, and click on the link, and you will be able to get this application to get into Europe. Now, you might think, what's a big deal? Well, when you go apply for this, their forms say it can take up to 3 months to get this certification to go to Europe. So if you do a lot of travel and work and, crud, I got to go to Europe real quick. After 2021, you might not be able to just whip over there real quick. You're going to need to fill this out, and it could take up to 3 months to get this verification back. Now, it says normally it should process very quickly, but who knows? And approximately, what they say, 1 to 3% of people will need manual verification. This is all done by email, apparently, and that's what they say on here. But it says, in 2021, all visitors who do not need a visa to enter Europe will be expected to apply for an ETIAS travel authorization. Now, the difference between this waiver and a visa is that when you get a visa, you have to go to the embassy of the country you're going to, either travel there or have an agent or do your own application and get the application through the consulate. For India, let me find that. Where is India? Oh, Tanzania. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to cover all the information. Tanzania, I had to get a visa application. For Ecuador, I didn't. Let's see, who else did I not? Heathrow, no, I won't need that. India, oh, maybe I'm not covering it. Here, I'll just block that. India, I had to apply for a visa, and it wasn't instant. It did take some time. Let me find my coolest visa yet in this passport book. I have a China visa in my old passport book, but check this out. Russia, my Russia visa, I had to apply. I should have applied 3 months before, but I almost missed my climb because I delayed a bit, and I had to apply through a company to take it to the Russian consulate, to process it, to bring it back, because I was climbing in an area near Georgia, the country, where I had to get special permission just to go there. So getting these visas is actually not a trivial thing. Same thing, you can't just stop by China. I met this poor guy in the airport, and we're chatting. He said, oh yeah, I've got my passport. We're taking my whole family to China in September, a couple months away. I said, cool, what'd you think of the visa process? And he said, what visa process? No, wait, here. Okay, when you go to China, you have to get a visa, and it takes time, and it takes money. That dude would have shown up to the airport. He would have, hey, here's my passport, and they'll look through, sir, you don't have your visa. What? He would have spent thousands of dollars and not gone. So just as a word of warning, if you think you're going to just swing by Europe, after January 1st, 2021, you can't just swing by Europe. So I'm going to read, so the system registers which countries require this waiver. Ready? Austria, Belgium, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Germany, France, Spain, Portugal, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Slovenia already read, Italy, Greece, Czech Republic, Malta, Liechtenstein, Iceland, Norway, Switzerland. Now you'll notice on there, I didn't see, France was on there. The UK is doing its own thing. They've got the whole Brexit stuff going. But countries like the United States, Brazil, Mexico, Canada, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, all of these countries are going to require a visa waiver. Now, it's not a visa because you don't have to go through the embassy, argue. But the nice thing is this waiver only costs currently €7, which translates to about $8. Now, if you can skip your macchiato, frappuccino, skinny latte with soy milk, whatever, twice, you'll have no problems paying for this visa, because if you can afford a ticket over to Europe, believe me, it's like roughly $8, whatever the exchange rate is. But you need to get online, and they're starting up the system probably pretty soon. I'll put a link to it. Just check it out. But you want to get into this early. This waiver is also good for 3 years. Wait, let me do this 3 years. So that's a huge factor for you, where you don't have to worry about it for a long time. So if you're thinking about going to Europe in the near future, not in 2020, but if you're within summer of 2020 on, you're absolutely going to need to get this ETIAS waiver to get into most countries in Europe in the Schengen Zone. Otherwise, you're going to get denied at the plane, and that would stink. So, as a professional traveler, I don't want you to have these problems happen, and that's why I'm sharing this information with you. My name is Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker and pro traveler bringing you this info. Please like and comment on the video. Hit the subscribe button in the lower right. I'd really appreciate it. And please support me on PayPal and Venmo. Thank you very much for watching.